Welcome to another episode of the Unfolding Life podcast, where we discuss life and all its possibilities and responsibilities. We are your hosts, Gail,
And Shakir.
and today we have a very special guest, our friend Jewel. She is a graphic designer, a good friend of ours, and someone we consider, to have a certain amount of wisdom. We really wanted to get her opinion on today's topic. Speaking of which, today's topic is, drum roll please,
Bam, 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 bam.
are there any good men or women left in the world? Now, today we'll be discussing what makes a man a good man, what makes a woman a good woman, if there are any of these precious gems left in the world, and what the rest of us can do to improve. All right, so let's get right into it.
So, all right. So, with everything, with how we look at relationships and transactional ships,
Mhm.
what do you think about marriage in this day and age? What are your thoughts on marriage?
Marriage. All right. For me, marriage is still something that I look at highly and something to strive towards. However, it's just finding the right partner to settle down with
Right,
because honestly, if you look at the rates for marriage, whether it is in Jamaica or the US or any of these places, the divorce
right.
rate is so high
Mm,
because
Okay,
people going into these relationships and they stuck on the puppy love for a little period of time and realizing that not that compatible and stuff like that, and then a couple years down the line you waste some time with a person who it doesn't make any sense with. But
right.
for me, I highly regard marriage is just about finding that right person, finding that person who you're gonna build that bond with and you're gonna take it for the long run.
Mm.
mm, yeah,
Okay, cool.
I do agree with that. I think you do have to be compatible. So it goes back to that. And you can't just be like, oh, I'm attracted to this person. I get butterflies with this person. They always do say if somebody gives you butterflies, don't marry that person. If you do find someone who makes you feel calm and safe, that's the person you marry. When they say calm and safe, it doesn't mean you don't love them, you're not attracted to them or anything. If you feel butterflies, it's probably anxiety and your mind is telling you run. This person is not stable. um, so find someone who is, like we said, dependable, reliable.
What she's saying is that I did not have the butterfly effect on her, so
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't do my job properly. I didn't sweep her off her feet
Oh
and all of that
Lord.
stuff.
Okay, let's add a bomb to his ego. So initially, yes, there were butterflies as usual. When the initial stages of the relationship calmed down, the attraction did not wane, but I felt safe. I knew that he would protect me, he would have my back in certain situations. There were so many things that he could teach me and things that he's still teaching me, you know. So it was beyond the attraction and the excitement of, oh, young love and whatnot, my first boyfriend and whatnot. It was, oh, so you could actually be my husband. You understand certain things about the world. You have a certain perspective of the world that I never had before. So you can teach me that. You can appreciate what I can teach you. It's probably not as much as you can teach me, but I
It
can
is.
teach you
It
some.
is. It is a lot.
Okay.
A lot of things that I've learned is because of you. So
Right.
one thing I got to say is city boys,
City boys.
city
What?
boys.
City boy, city boy.
I should know.
It's like city girls,
Oh
city
Lord.
boys.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Anyway, um, yeah. In my perspective at marriage is a bit different. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm married now, but I can tell you that if I was in the world now, um, I I feel like I would not really see marriage as an outcome
Mm,
based on a lot of experiences that I've had
Mhm.
and things that I'm seeing currently. And of course, you're going to find the gems, but that's if you find the gems. Um, when you find that person, when you find that person, um, then maybe, but it's a one in a million chance because there are persons that I've met over the time over life that I felt like okay, this person's a really good person, never work out for whatever the case may be, or whatever. But right now, I just feel like marriage would not be anywhere in my mind if I was in the world not
Mm,
married. But as a married man, I can honestly say this is the safest place that I can be.
mm,
So I feel like if you find that person that is, as she said, makes you feel safe, whether it is a man or a woman, because as men, we also seek a safe place.
mm,
Not necessarily a physical safe place where you would defend us, but a mental safe place
mm,
where
mm,
I can come and be a bit vulnerable,
mm,
can express certain thoughts and say certain things without feeling like I'm being judged. I can act like a child sometimes
mm.
without feeling judged, right?
That's true. No, that's
Um,
true.
It
That's
takes a lot
true.
not to
And
feel
just
that
be
way.
yourself. Like honestly,
I
just
love that.
be able to be yourself.
right,
True,
right.
true.
So that's one of those things. We also seek those things. So both men and women are looking for safety, just two different types. I just feel like a lot of the people in the world nowadays they use your weakness or your vulnerabilities against you to cuss you,
Right.
or use it to
True.
make you seem weak or bad. Both men and women, they kind of use it to shame this person instead of accepting that person's vulnerability. So
Mm, mm,
that is one of those things. I don't know if I would be able to open up to anybody else again and kind of express certain things that I've been through in life.
mm,
And there are only a certain amount of persons that know a lot of things.
mm,
Joel, you're one of them. Gil, you're one of them. A lot of persons don't know a lot of things. So I
mm,
don't know if I could do that with people. I don't do that with people in general.
mm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I just,
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Another thing too for marriage, I think that what I do worry about for this generation coming and marriage is I was saying there's a lot of compromise and sacrifice. Are they willing to do that? Are they willing to sit down and have a conversation about it and try to work it out?
Hmm.
Or are they just going to go in and out of marriages like they do with relationships and underwear?
Everybody needs
You
to
know?
stop thinking about themselves. Um, and everybody is always me, 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 me. How this person make me feel. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And if you're in a marriage, it will never be about you alone.
Mm,
that's true.
So you have to be willing to accept and invite that person into your space and share some of the attention with that person.
mm,
And if you're willing to do that, then that's a good thing, and you would be able to, prevail. But that's one of the things that I see young people fail at these days.
mm,
Everybody is so selfish. What can you do for me? What do you
right.
bring to the table for me?
Yes, that
And
that
It's
that
that
could
not.
topic
work in
keeps
any
on coming
arena.
up. That topic keeps
Yeah.
on coming up
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
about
The
this
bring to the table
table.
thing.
Oh
Right,
my
right. Men and say, what
God.
do you bring to the table? Women, what can you do for me? Yeah, yeah. It's like, but I do have a question. Like you explain this to me, and I want you to explain it here again. When men ask, "What do you bring to the table?" What are they saying essentially, or what would you be saying if you were to ask that question?
All right. So for me, as I said, my perspective is different from anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about no. Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you wash? Type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I said, "Hey, what do you bring to the table?" Which is a term that I'd never used, to be honest. But if I would use that term, what I would be saying would be, "Can I confide in you?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be that person that I can actually come to with my problems and talk to and feel safe as you're looking for safety from me?"
Mm-hmm.
That is what I would be looking for. I'm not looking for you to pay 50% of the bills. I'm not looking for you to wash my clothes or that's our washing machine for. Um, I'm not looking for all of that. I'm not. That is not what I would do. What the other man them would say is up to them. But me personally, that's what I would say it as. A
Mm.
lot of men do come from that standpoint, though. When they say,
Mm.
"What do you bring to the table?" When a
Yeah.
woman says, "Oh, I would want a man that is able to provide," da 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 da, they're like, "All right, so can you cook? Can you
Mm.
clean? Can you wash?"
Like they want a homemaker, a living maid,
Oh, hold
but
Yeah,
on,
also,
hold on, hold on. Every time the topic of what you bring to the table comes up, honestly, in my opinion, it is done to pick at anything that you pick at any flaw. Like for example,
mm,
if somebody asks the question what you bring to the table and the woman start list out she have her own money, she have her own business, she already have a house and stuff like that, all of a sudden out of nowhere left hook you're gonna hear can you cook. The moment she said that she cannot cook or is not that well, oh my god, you can't cook, so whatever whatever. It is always done in a way where the one thing that you don't touch on, that's the thing that they ask and try to use it to put you down. I hate the topic of what you bring to
but
the
what
table.
what what you need to understand also is a lot of the men that are asking that they're self conscious.
And
They
childish.
themselves, yeah.
mm,
A lot of if I said what I know, like when I used to think similar, right, is if I would say something like that again, I've never really used that term. But if I was supposed to say, what do you bring to the table, right? Um, it would be in the sense of you said something that I can't necessarily provide for you or I
Hmm.
can't match up to you with.
Hmm.
So what do you bring? What do you bring to the table for me then? All right. So can you cook? All right. All right. You have a business that's making $5 million, but can you cook?
mm.
I'm trying to bring you back down to my level.
Yeah, they're trying to
Yeah.
humble me.
They're trying to home. That is
Yeah,
simply what it
that's why
is.
I really just avoid the topic, and I'm so glad that nobody has ever like said it to me. I don't know what my response would be at the time.
Right. Right. I mean, as I said, a lot of us, as I said, me personally, where I would be coming from it would be different, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
use that term or how it's said. A lot of us just need to understand that hey, everybody brings something specific to the table. So it's not about if she can cook, clean, wash, whatever. If she does do those things is a plus or whatever it is. Um, but if I'm making a certain amount of money, I can hire a maid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can have somebody come and clean my house. I don't. That's not necessarily what I need from a woman. I need somebody that I can actually act as a man that deals with the stresses of this world.
Mm-hmm.
I can come in and say, "Hey, this is what my day has been like," without feeling like, "Oh, I'm soft."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him supervisor said this to him and him couldn't say nothing and oh
no, come on.
he's a punk. But that is the thing. A lot of us people, a lot of us humans and men and women, we use the things that our partners and significant others go through
Mm.
to judge them instead of making them feel safe. Yeah.
So, that being said, can I become a lady of leisure? And since I provide that for you, just don't work, don't cook, don't clean. Can I do that?
All right.
Oh
so,
God. Oh God.
all right. So here's the thing. We would have to be at a certain point in life
Financially, right? To
Yeah.
be
for
able to do
you to
that.
be able to do something of that sort. If
Mm-hmm.
you would you be able to do that now? Hell no.
No,
But
absolutely not.
There needs to be a conversation about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. But if we were at a certain point in life, as I said, I have no problem with my woman not working if she doesn't want to. But you're not just going to be unproductive.
Mm.
You have to be doing something
Something
else
with your life.
with your life. You don't have to be working, but guess what? You don't. When I say working, I mean 9 to 5,
95.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? But guess what we gonna do? You're gonna start a business. You have to start.
Mm.
That is a must. You can't sit down and not do anything at all.
Because
That
somebody
is
like
that
that
is
is going to
impossible.
become cross. Like they're not gonna have nothing to do. I'm
They're
gonna
gonna be a
be
Absolutely.
burden
watching.
and they're gonna be nagging. Honestly.
Right.
Exactly.
No, they're gonna
Right.
be a burden, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even if it's for you to start a business,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to work a 9 to 5. Um, for me, But you have to be doing something
Doing
with your
something,
life.
you have, yeah, you
Even if
can.
it's staying in the house and crocheting, drawing, something productive with your life, and then maybe putting up those pieces for sale, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine, isn't it? So, and that would have to be at a certain point in life.
Right.
Yeah.